Hey everybody, Danny Griffin with another Monday Mojo brought to you by freethinkingtools.com. If Shakespeare had had my mind, there's no telling how far he might have gone. The Riddler. So what if everything you ever really wanted was right there for the taking, and the only thing that was keeping you back were your own emotions? Now logically, you'd sit back and analyze, how in the world could all these seemingly untalented people have ascended so far up the ladder in life and you're still stuck in the mud? The brain, it's a funny place. Visions of all the great things that you could do or become, and in the same space, the home of fear and the beast of mediocrity that keeps pulling us backwards. An emotional chaos. Even when we try to use logic to climb our way out of the hole, logic itself gets fooled by our emotions, and we find ourselves easily explaining the circumstances of our shortcomings, only to end up paralyzed and stuck in place. Yet, if you look back over your lifetime, there are moments when you were able to transcend that stuck point and break free in new directions that you'd always dreamed of. But often those memories are frightening because they occurred when your back was up against the wall, or worse, your very survival was at stake. In 1982, Angela Cavallo, presumably a woman of average strength, was able to lift a car off of her son, Tony, as two neighbors dragged him to safety. The best medical science can do to explain such a phenomenon is to classify it as hysterical strength. In these cases of intense stress and fear, the body produces enough adrenaline to turn average Joe and Jane into what appears to be a superhero. But the truth is that this strength was there all along. The great reporter at the turn of the century, Napoleon Hill, studied the very same phenomenon in great business achievement, and along with W. Clement Stone, found the tipping point to be rooted in what they called inspirational dissatisfaction. Hill was so poor early on that he mentions resorting to eating tree bark just to survive. Now certainly the dissatisfying taste of bark would move anybody to greater achievement. So, if our true strength is hiding right there in plain sight, why can't we simply tap into it on demand? What's so hard about putting on the go-get-'em sneakers and plowing headlong into the grind? Negative emotions. They're extremely nasty little gremlins that pop up in the middle of the great dreams we have for ourselves and ruin the whole party. Sometimes they come through the door and tip the whole table over and have us scurrying for cover. And other times, they're much more subtle and cross-circuit the logic system and plant tiny seeds of doubt. So, how do we fight back? First, we have to admit that most, if not all of us, are wired with both the dream-making and dream-wrecking emotions. So, let's embrace that as a fact of the entire game. Then, we have to understand that we can never stop dream building, no matter how many times we're sucked backwards by the enemy. Without great dreams, there's no powerful prize to chase. Finally, we must stop hiding from the gremlins, or, more importantly, the true beast of self-doubt. You must condition yourself for the battle that is simply part of the human condition, and train your positive emotions to be on constant alert. There are certainly days where your dream will be in tatters, but take up the sword, turn the emotions of true self-belief loose, slay the beast, and you just might turn into the next superhero. Hey, I'm Danny Griffin with another Monday Mojo brought to you by freethinkingtools.com, reminding you please to think and thrive. And if you like these, pass them along and comment. I will reply to all of them personally. I'll see you next time, superheroes.